to the Hometown Headlines. Let's call this a radio edition. John Druckenmiller with you. Haven't done this for a while. Have never done this before on Skype, but because of the person on the other end of this camera and audio and everything else is demanding and forces to be in the new technology because he knows all this stuff, we're trying so. We're being joined right now by expatriate Harry Musselwhite.
Hello, John Druckenmiller. So thrilled to connect from Los Lunas, New Mexico to Rome, Georgia. Wow.
All right, you got to remember now. First off, we are in Rome, Georgia, so you got to translate Los Lunas.
Look, that's an interesting thing because, in fact, my vet secretary yesterday, she answered the phone and she said Las Lunas, but we're not Las Lunas. We are Los Lunas. The reason being, this little village was named after the Lunas family. They're the people, and they still live here today. They came from Spain, very historic. And in fact, here's one you're going to love, John. Maximilian Lunas was the second person up San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. These people
a real Rough Rider.
A real Rough Rider. We had tons of Rough Riders that came from Valencia County. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see, we're even getting history. I thought it could be something to do with the moon or something like that, but I mean,
Nope, nothing to do with the moon. The people, the family. Yeah.
That sounds great. Well, first off, not only great to hear you, great to see you. We asked Harry to join us, or we want to get together today, talk about a new project Harry's working on. But Harry, one more bit. I want to flash back a bit because this time of year in Northwest Georgia in particular, you and about 500 other people would gather into what I call the Nelle Reagan Memorial Studio over on John Davenport for the annual Christmas show.
Oh boy, what memories. Yes. Oh, so spectacular. Yes.
Did you ever see a spread of food that she put on like that?
The food and I would bring my guitar and we would sing carols and read Christmas poetry and tell Christmas stories. I'll tell you, it was just the best. And I sure when I moved out here, of course, Nelle didn't last very long. We all miss her dearly, but what a great spirit that was in the hallways and everybody's hugging and eating turkey legs. And it was great. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm not a real sentimental Christmas person, but I mean, that's one of those memories for 8 years, and I'd go to a couple of them and I wouldn't go to a couple of them. And boy, if I didn't go when we got back from Christmas time, I got yelled at by the matriarch herself.
I get it 100%. Well, I've got a bunch of stuff I want to share, and we have a sort of a limited time. I've got to tell you one exciting thing happening today. Talk about getting, what's that you journalists say, the scoop. You have the scoop. Today,
NBC or ABC News break in the background?
Well, it is NBC Universal, if I might be so bold to say. They have a streaming channel called Peacock, the Peacock. I don't know if you've heard of it, right?
Yes.
And today, a television series that I'm in is making its debut. It's called MacGruber, and it's based on a Saturday Night Live skit starring Will Forte. And I'm not sure yet. I was going to get to it today and find out which episode I'm in, but I'm in an episode. There were only 3 of us: Will Forte, the star, myself, and an actor. Oh, whatever happened to him? Sam Elliott, one of my heroes.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And I got to spend the whole day with Sam Elliott and Will Forte, and I played Sam Elliott's butler. And,
nice.
And I get to actually beat up Will Forte, which is my first action character. And I'm real excited, and I'm giving you the scoop. And I hope that I don't end up on the cutting room floor. It's nothing worse than an actor saying, they film me all day, and then you see my hand go across the screen.
So you're like Sam's butler. Is this kind of like Alfred and Batman, or what?
In fact, that was the for the audition. Yes. The descriptor was, think of Michael Caine as Alfred in the Batman series.
The all-time best Batman, Alfred, by the way.
Oh, I agree. So I did a little. He was ostentatious and very elegant and so forth. And but I have to say, for you folks who may seek this out, the series is a little raunchy, Mr. Druckenmiller. It's a little raunchy.
Are we doing like a
The
little
verb.
R ratings here, or?
Oh, I'd give it a good R. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Now,
Okay.
now, my episode is in terms of what I saw all that day. I mean, I was there from 6 a.m. to almost midnight. Uh, there was a few naughty words, but nothing happened, at least that I'm aware of, in my day's shoot for that episode was naughty. But I've seen some clips from some of the other episodes, and well, howdy. I mean,
Okay. Well, I'm a big fan of Bad Santa. So you ever seen Bad Santa?
oh yes, absolutely.
So I should be able to tolerate this, right?
Exactly. Well, my big news, my friend, is that I and a gentleman named Kenyon Carter, who is no stranger to Rome audiences, he at one point was probably the top jazz saxophone player in Atlanta,
Oh, wow.
and he and his bride now live in Palm Springs, California, where Kenyon is just taking the jazz saxophone scene over. Well, he and I have come together to form a company called Dos Sueños Music Production. And we are providing music soundtracks for film and television.
Oh, that is awesome.
We are. This is the era. I don't know if you can see right here the magic of radio, but one of my good microphones is right here in the corner of the screen. I have what they call a home studio with keyboards and percussion and guitars and things like that, and a wonderful software program. And I'm able to generate, well, it's more limited by my imagination than it is by the technology.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Kenyon has the same setup in Southern California with all of his saxophones and flutes and his synthesizers. And we're already working. We have two shows we're working on. One is called 33 and Me, and it's a documentary from a Taos filmmaker, and she travels the world visiting filmmakers in all these countries. Oh my gosh! Right now she is in the Belgian Congo. She's in the Congo at this moment. Yeah. And so she'll send me a note in the middle of the night. It'll say, Harry, I need some Zimbabwean train music. Can you generate that for us? And so
absolutely, right? Yeah.
I'm on it, Stephanie. And then another show we're working on is a TV series called Irish in Albuquerque. Right?
Okay.
Irish in Albuquerque. Obviously, it's a comedy, and it's directed and written by a friend of mine named Denny Shootman. And so we're doing music for his show. So we are we're just cranked. This is pretty hot news. We're less than a week ago. We launched a week ago. So we are just getting happening with this, and we're excited.
Congratulations. Now, if you go to the website, if you can't spell it for folks, they can go to the website if they'd like to.
Okay, www, as we say in Rome,
I get that part, yeah.
And this is all one long word, DOSSUENOS music production. Dos Sueños music production. We left out the tilde in the web address. DosSueñosmusicproduction.com.
And we'll have text accompanying this too, in some way, shape, or form. By the way, what does that translate into? Again, coming from Rome, Georgia.
Two dreams.
Two dreams. Okay.
Two dreams. Two dreams.
Two drinks for a minute. I thought, okay, I get it, but okay. Two dreams.
I had a real great experience about a month and a half ago. I think you might be interested in, John. There's a production company out here that's doing a documentary on Filipino patriots who aided American GIs at the beginning of World War II.
Oh, really?
And those Filipino patriots, they took it on the chin pretty hard but yet they persevered, and MacArthur promised them the moon and back for their aid. He promised them citizenship. He promised them, you get it. And of course, you can guess what happened. Yep. Nothing, right? Well, there are only a few of them left today, and they are still trying to get what's owed to them. And
Oh,
this is
wow.
a beautiful documentary. They went the whole banana with full orchestration soundtrack, written by a Filipino composer in New York City named Michael Dadap, D-A-D-A-P. And I put this recording together here, and Michael brought his very talented wife with him to be the first violinist to play solo violin. Oh, she happens to be Yo-Yo Ma's older sister.
Incredible. Incredible.
So we had a blast. We recorded this beautiful soundtrack, and I think it's going to be Oscar worthy. I think it might be nominated. It's a profound story, a heartbreaker, and scored. This music, which is just great. So it's been fun being out here. It is fun being out here. A lot of talented folks. They look at Atlanta from New Mexico with I can't do that thing with your eyebrow that goes up, but because a lot of Atlanta actors come out here and want to take a piece of our pie, as it were, and they're looked at askew.
Yep. That's amazing because you know how Atlanta's morphed now, especially with all this superhero stuff.
Yeah, they got the Marvel universe locked up. Yes.
I mean, they're doing what Black Panther's reshooting. They're starting again down there or something like that. I mean, we've had stuff here. Who do we have in town recently? Hang on. Christopher Lloyd.
Really?
He's
Wow.
in town at the former Toys R Us. It's one of those pop-up stores every year for Halloween Spirit or Spirit Halloween. And they're doing a movie about a Spirit Halloween that is haunted. And Christopher Lloyd's been there. He's been in Lindale and elsewhere. So, I mean, anybody who knows Christopher Lloyd, they all think of Back to the Future. I know who you think of. I think
Taxi, absolutely.
You can't beat Reverend Jim, one of the best.
Reverend Jim getting his driver's license, best TV skit ever.
That was good.
Gosh.
I love the TV one too. And they had 8 million TVs. His dad died, left them all the money. They had all the TVs lined up there, and they all kind of scoffed at him. But every character, Alex and the rest of them, all of a sudden just kind of stopped. The cutaway was all these cast members just staring at all his bank of TVs and all. Great actor, great guy.
I love it.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of spill over here. A couple of things come through here recently, so it's but nothing like you guys. I mean, you're out there. You're rubbing elbows with Sam Elliott.
Well, I'm very lucky in that I was able to connect with some good people here. I've got a very good agent out here, and they like my work. That's all I can say. They like what I do. They're very complimentary. I did an episode of Better Call Saul, which was really fun, and at the very end, I finished my day's shoot, and I was walking by what was called Video Village, where all the monitors and everything, and the executive producer of Better Call Saul, he called me over. I said, "Oh no, he's going to yell at me. He's going to give me the comeuppance that I've been due for years, right?" And he took me by the shoulder and he said, "Harry," he said, "I want to let you know that was just splendid. You've just absolutely fantastic." Nice. So every actor who gets that automatically says recurring character, right? But alas, I am not, because they're finishing up the last season. Bob Odenkirk had a heart attack, as you may have read, but he's back, and these people have really invested in Albuquerque and New Mexico. They put on fundraisers for the hospital, for all the. I mean, they really do. They buy homes here. If they get picked up, they put down some roots. So it's very cool to be a part of a big franchise like that.
Well, let me segue off of that to a lousy question. But Roots, now you've been out there how many years now?
6 years.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that long. Okay. My guy, and as anybody can tell right now, you did not go out there to retire.
Oh no, not even. I had a complete plan. I knew I had preset some things. I had preset some relationships, and funny story. I thought that I could come out here and just grab an agent, right? I'd be rocking and rolling, so I sent my stuff to the agent. Crickets, got nothing, right? So I said, okay, this is going to how it's going to be. A year later, I said, okay, I'm going to try again. And so I sent my stuff in, and she called me and she said, Harry, I'm so glad to get your stuff. I've had my eye on you for a year. And I was going, well, where you been? You know,
Really,
where you been? So anyway, that's but showbiz, the business of show.
well, you hang with it and you seem to love it. That's for darn sure. Any parting words for your friends back home here in Northwest Georgia?
Yes, kudos from afar for my old beloved Rome International Film Festival. Looks like they knocked it out of the park this year. Billy Bob Thornton, Mario Van Peebles. I mean, wow. I'm just so thrilled and happy for them. My colleague, who I'm still trying to make a television show with, Ryan Simmons and Brand Red Productions, he's thriving, doing all kinds of stuff. And he was a recent guest here and show Musselwhite, and we caught up on all the goodies, and of course the fine folks at Berry College Department of Music, and they're doing well, and beautiful new Martha Berry Auditorium. I'm not calling it by the right name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They just had a fancy name. Mark Cochran did that work, and it is absolutely one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Boy, I thought, well, if only I could have been a part of that, you know.
Well,
But
hey man,
I miss
this world. You never know, my friend. You.
Indeed. But I love Barry, love my memories there, and great. And of course, what I thought you were going to say, John, about Christmas, I thought you were going to refer to my. I'm not sure they even do it anymore, but lessons and carols at the Berry College Chapel was always an extraordinary service with all the choirs and the
Yes.
the processionals and the handbells and the brass and everything. I used to love that service.
I don't recall seeing an announcement this year. Darlington does theirs as well.
Right. I know Darlington does it. Yeah.
But I don't recall the Barry one. But they could have happened. I could have missed it. So
Right.
it's been that kind of year. Trust me.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, I miss you, John. I miss visiting with you in the studio, and I'm so honored that you even wanted to hear my yucky voice and to talk with us.
It's been too long.
I'm at your service, and give all the Drunken Millers Harry love and Merry Christmas, and all your dreams come true.
Well, thank you, my friend. Same to you, same to Laura and the family, and we will be in touch more often than once every whatever it is. We do email folks, by the way. And let's put in a plug. Before I forget, my good friend John Bailey Hippie, you are still a regular columnist with the Rome News Tribune.
Well, I got to tell you,
what did I do now?
No. It's all great. When I moved out here, I said, okay, what's a column from New Mexico worth to the paper or anybody who reads it? And they were like, oh, no, we want you to stay. And I said, are you sure? Because I'm going to write about the Southwest and, what I do and blah, blah, blah. And always trying to refer, back to Rome. And I'll tell you who it was. It was Lee Walburn who called me and said, Harry, you got to keep this. You got to stay on the editorial page. And so, and as my motto is, John, a weak mind and a word processor is a dangerous combination. So
I made a career out of that. So Harry, you take care, my friend. Thanks for your time. And however this works out, I'll let you know.
All right.
Take care. I'm trying this thing.
And
all right, man.
Farewell.
Be good.
All right.
Take care,
bye-bye.
Harry.
All right.